Hi, welcome to Lesson 2 in my C++ programming tutorials. As you can see, in this lesson, I am now using Visual Studio 2008 edition. I will put a link in the sidebar for you to download it. It's completely free, and it's a really good program. Now, this program that I'm going to show you today is not much different from the one that we did in the very first video. Today I'm going to show you how to get input from the user and how to use variables. Now, if you have not watched the first video, I recommend you go back and watch that one before you do this one. Now, the first thing that you will see different than the first program is these two lines of code. These are our variables. Variables are just like a location in memory. They store data for you to use later on. It can be numbers, strings, letters, and so on. But to make this program simple, we're just going to use an integer and a character. This variable, called mynum, will hold a whole number. You can put any number you want into it, but it will only hold an integer value. This one, called mychar, will just hold a character variable, or just like one single letter. Now, this is exactly the same as the last video. You're just outputting this data to the screen. Right here is what is a little bit different. The cin statement is what allows you to get input from the user. Just like cout allows you to output data to the screen, cin allows you to get input from the user from the keyboard. So, in this statement right here, cin mynum, where the computer is going to wait on the user to input a number, and it's going to be stored into this variable called mynum. The same thing happens right here for cout. It's waiting for you to type in a character. When you do, it gets stored into the mychar variable that we created up here. Now, once you type in the values from the keyboard, they're stored in this variable. And to display onto the screen is exactly the same as we just output text. We just go down here and use our cout statements, and the number you have typed was, and we use the name of our variable. Same thing right here, the character you typed was, and we just put the name of a variable again. This right here, you don't have to worry about this statement. The only thing it's doing is causing the program to sort of halt, so you can see the output before the console application closes. And the same thing with this right here. It just makes our program a little bit more readable. I'll show you in just a couple minutes when I run the program what it's doing. And let's go ahead and do that. Let's build the program. And as you can see, it's waiting. It says please type a whole number, and that's what we put here. Now, it's waiting for us to input this number, so I'm going to put in any number. Let's do 3. Now, the next statement, please type a character, is our next cout statement. It's waiting for us to type in a character to be assigned into this variable right here. So let's enter in just any letter. Let's enter in A. Now it's just outputting the data to the screen like we did right here. To make it more readable, I just added a couple end lines so everything wouldn't be like all cluttered together. And then our cout statements right here, the number you typed was, and then we give it our variable name. The character you typed was, and we give it the character's variable name. And this is displayed here. So it took the value that we entered into the keyboard, stored it into the variables that we created, the integer variable called mynum, and the character variable we created called mycharacter, or mychar. It just took that data that we inputted from the keyboard, stored it into those variables, It placed it into the computer's memory and allowed us to retrieve that data later on when we needed to display it to the screen. Now, as you can see, the program is still sitting here waiting on me to do something, but that is because of this next CN statement. Like I said, I just put it there so the program would halt, just so I could show you exactly what's happening on the screen. And when I hit enter, well, usually when I hit enter, it will go away. So, and that's it. That's how you get input from the user. That's how you use variables. In later videos, I'll show you more about variables. It's more advanced stuff like arrays and all of that good stuff. But for now, this is just the basics of using variables and to display information to the screen and to get input from the user. See you next time.